Welcome to Killco Audio Musings, for patrons, YouTube members, and anyone else who happens to come across this. The date is November 23rd, 2023. What's in my glass tonight is what I fondly refer to as the fancy green spot. So it is a green spot, but finished in Bordeaux casks. Has a very fancy name, but I don't want to try to pronounce it because I'll do it wrong. The Week in Review. I'm going to try to organize this shit. I believe I updated everyone on Sunday about what's been going on. There was so much cleaning over the weekend. My apartment has not looked the way it does right now in 5 to 6 to maybe 7 years. There's still a long way to go, and I don't know how I'm going to stay motivated enough to actually finish it, but I have gotten so many clothes that I never wore that were taking up space out of my apartment and unfortunately into my car for the moment, since I cannot donate them as of yet, since there's a holiday today. That's right, it's Thanksgiving Day. I hope you all had a good day full of food and drinking and hopefully napping. I've been keeping as active as I can be, as far as physically goes, circuit training usually 3 times a week, and I've added spin class this week. I was able to see the new spin location. It was much bigger. I haven't quite picked out my seat yet, but I have a fairly good idea which one I'm going to have as a default. I want to sit here if I'm going to do spin class. I hope to go back there again. Definitely always during the week. I never go there on the weekends. I don't go anywhere on the weekends. But I've heard it gets really, really crowded, which is very good news for them. Mental state. That was the next one I have written down. We actually hit the GoFundMe goal. There was a very generous donation a few days ago, and that completed it. So I don't have to worry about that, and I should feel accomplished about it, but I just don't get to feel that way. I know it's a good thing. I just wish I felt it more. My parents are the ones who get to be happy about it. I am glad it's done. I don't want to understate my gratitude to everyone who donated, and I'm always afraid it will come off that way because I just don't get to feel the way I know I should. It's all difficult to know you're not feeling something you should. The other good thing that I should be talking about is that Irene Tan is going to be on the show this Friday. There's no plan. It's like we're gonna come in and we're gonna talk to you a bit about the Crowded Barrel stuff mostly, maybe about some of her picks, maybe about what she's gonna be doing in the future, anything. I mean, it's just nice to have a chit chat with her. I don't get to talk to her in person as much as you'd think because she's usually at her store, and when she's at her store, she is pouring whiskey for everyone and chatting up everyone as best she can. It'll be a nice little thing to do after the holiday. It is going to be a focus on the private tasting with her, so the silent auction that's going on until the 24th of December. Trying to handle that and the GoFundMe at the same time was too much for me, so I just thankfully came to the conclusion of like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to make this go longer and talk about it as its own separate thing later. And I feel it'll come across a lot better as the idea for a gift for the holiday. Which is weird, having Thanksgiving completed. It's like, all right, and here comes Christmas. I put up all my decorations today because I don't want to think about doing it later. I'm not a put up Christmas stuff person to begin with. I only do it for the channel, if at all. I know I probably seem like I'm a big Christmas person by doing advent calendars as a yearly thing, but no, I just do that because I want to get through the goddamn holiday time because it drives me a little nuts. I don't know what it is about December, other than the time of year changing and me feeling kind of blah during this time. I like the fact that the holiday is a thing, but it's not something I celebrate. I don't have any religious affiliation, so it always feels, if you look at it from that perspective, all holidays are a bit odd. You understand them, there's a reason for them, historically speaking. But nowadays, it's just chaos. I mean, the amount of stuff you can buy and get, and how many people have to do that just to get it to you, it's nuts. I'm rambling, it's fine. After Irene Tan being on the show, I have no real plan for Sunday's stream. The positive note here is that I do have 2 videos already uploaded. So there's this coming week, and then the first week of December is all set. What needs to be done on my part now is record. I thought about doing it today, but I know I'm not going to. I want to get it done, but the holiday is not the day to do it. Possibly Saturday. That's usually what I shoot for these days, is to do something on Saturday. There's a little bit more noise in the apartment building, but nothing serious. And, day drinking, why not? I'm finding I'm not particularly nervous about the advent calendar. I'm just going to have to think about the way the schedule will shift. I want it to be somewhat regular, but I know my own personal schedule will get in the way of some days. Mondays and Tuesdays I exercise in the afternoon. Wednesdays is usually nothing planned. Thursdays is usually nothing planned. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look. Thankfully, I don't do much in the evenings either way. But my schedule has increased as far as physical activity on certain days. So there will be a few days during the weeks where I am just not going out at 7. I'll probably go on 8, maybe 9. Really depends on how I'm feeling after the exercise. And how quickly I can get a shower done and make myself look gorgeous for you. I'll also be happy to try and figure out the last of this No Shave November thing. It is a very weird experience because I haven't done this for a while. Just stop shaving and see what happens. But it's always a weird refresher course of like, yeah, this is what happens to your face if you don't do anything within like 30 days. Like, totally different fur face now. But I do think it was a nice little thing to try out. I don't think I'll be doing it next year just because it is aggravating to my skin. You will very likely notice my skin is irritated once I do shave this off. Because psoriasis, yay. I need to take a special amount of care with my face due to that condition, and just having hair all over it aggravates it. I'll be slamming into the new year soon. And for whatever reason, I've been feeling lately it's going to snow soon. It's been fairly warm in the area. It's like we had a few cold days, but we haven't got to the point where it's just, okay, now it's going to be cold until March. But it's coming. It always does. There you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you out there.